Most people think gratitude is what you do after life gets better. But in the Bible, gratitude is what makes life better. Not when the bills are paid, not when the prayers are answered, not when the pain disappears, but right now. The enemy doesn't fear your strength, he fears your gratitude. Because the moment you start thanking God in the middle of uncertainty, you're declaring trust without evidence, and that changes everything. Psalm 118:24 says, "This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." Notice what it doesn't say. It doesn't say this is the good day. It doesn't say this is the easy day. It says this is the day. Gratitude is not based on how the day feels. It's based on who made it. When God commands gratitude, He's not ignoring your pain. He's protecting your perspective. Because whatever controls your focus controls your peace. Let's be honest. Gratitude feels unnatural when life feels unfair. When prayers are unanswered, when people leave, when effort isn't rewarded. But the Bible never says gratitude is natural. It says it's spiritual. Psalm 136:1 says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. His mercy endures forever." God's goodness doesn't change because your season does. And mercy doesn't expire because circumstances shift. Complaining feels honest, but gratitude is what heals. Complaining magnifies lack. Gratitude magnifies God. Every time Israel complained in the wilderness, they delayed their promise. They were free but not thankful, delivered but not content. And ungrateful freedom still feels like bondage. Colossians 3:15 says, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, and be thankful." Peace is not automatic. It has to rule. And gratitude is what gives peace permission. If peace isn't ruling, something else is. Anxiety, fear, control, expectation. Gratitude dethrones all of them. Let me say this clearly. You can pray and still be anxious. You can worship and still be bitter. You can believe and thus still be restless. But gratitude changes the atmosphere of the soul. 1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you." Not for all circumstances, in all circumstances. That's the difference. Philippians 4:6-7 says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." Notice the order. Prayer, request, thanksgiving. Gratitude doesn't replace prayer, it completes it. If your prayers feel heavy, check what's missing. Luke 17 tells us 10 men were healed. Only one returned to give thanks. Jesus asked, "Where are the other 9?" All 10 received healing. Only one received wholeness. Gratitude doesn't just receive miracles. It recognizes the source, and recognition deepens relationship. Habakkuk said, "Even if the fig tree doesn't bloom, even if there's no fruit, even if the fields are empty, yet I will rejoice in the Lord." That's not denial, that's defiance. Gratitude says, "I refuse to let my situation decide my worship." Romans 8:28 says, "God works all things together for good." Gratitude doesn't say everything is good. It says God is working. When you thank God early, you're trusting the process before you see the result. That's faith with posture. The enemy feeds on fear, but gratitude starves fear. You cannot be thankful and hopeless at the same time. Gratitude reminds your soul, "I've survived before. He's been faithful before. This isn't the end." Gratitude is not a feeling, it's a decision. Start small. Thank God for breath. Thank God for survival. Thank God for growth you didn't notice. You don't need a perfect life to live a grateful one. If you only thank God after He proves Himself, you've turned faith into a transaction. But when you thank Him before, you're saying, "Even here, I trust you." And that kind of gratitude moves heaven quietly. This is the day the Lord has made. Not because it's easy, but because He's still God. So before you ask for more, thank Him for now. If this message spoke to you, comment, "Thank you, God." Subscribe, because the next message will reveal why worry blocks, what gratitude attracts. Stay grateful, stay grounded. God is still working.